The third verse is about extracting the information from Mendel's experiment about genotype and phenotype. So we know that the green trait in Mendel's experiment was the dominant trait. So we're going to assign the dominant trait an uppercase letter. So we're going to assign that an uppercase G, and that is the dominant allele. Now, we also know that the yellow pods, the yellow color, was the recessive trait. And so we're going to assign a lowercase g for the recessive allele. Now, again, we know that each parent donates either the dominant, so a capital G or a lowercase g, at random, and then they donate that to the zygote or the offspring, and whatever that genetic code is, the combination of uppercase or lowercase, will determine the phenotype, which is what we see, which is the trait we see, either green pods or yellow pods. So there are only three possible combinations here. So we've got homozygous dominant, and that's going to be two uppercase G's in this case. So two uppercase, or the two dominant alleles, so the uppercase G's. We've got homozygous recessive, which is going to be two lowercase G's. Or we've got heterozygous, which is one uppercase G, one lowercase g. So one dominant allele and one recessive allele. So this is how the third verse goes. Big G for green, Mendel's dominant allele. Little g, it's recessive and it's yellow. Each plant donates one version when they pollinate. So here's how we're going to demonstrate that. Big G for green, Mendel's dominant allele. Little g, it's recessive and it's yellow. Each plant donates one version, so we have two plants here, and we're pollinating. Each plant donates one version when they pollinate. And these are my pollinate fingers right here. Okay? Homozygous dominant, two big G's impressive. Two little g's result in yellow pods, that trait's recessive. One big G, one little g, the power green makes its play. So homozygous dominant, we got two uppercase G's, so two big G's impressive. Two little g's result in yellow pods, that trait's recessive. One big G, one little g, the power green makes its play. All right, so if we have one big G or one dominant allele, even though we have this recessive allele, it will express the dominant trait, which is the powerful the powerful green trait will be expressed in that zygote or offspring. Okay, let's try it all slowly together. So big G for green, Mendel's dominant allele. Little g, it's recessive and it's yellow. We can do a little wave because the song says, hey-o. All right, so let's go back again. Big G for green, Mendel's dominant allele. Little g, it's recessive and it's yellow. Each plant donates one version when they pollinate. You got our pollinate fingers here. Homozygous dominant, two big G's impressive. Two little g's result in yellow pods, that trait's recessive. One big G, one little g, the power green makes its play. Let's try it with the music.
Arbitrary random. Big G for green, Mendel's dominant allele. Little g, it's recessive and it's yellow. Each plant donates one version when they pollinate. Homozygous dominant, two big G's impressive. Little g result in yellow pods, that trait's recessive. One big G, one little g, the power green makes its play. Show me that.
Great, let's try it one more time.
Big G for green, Mendel's dominant allele. Little g, it's recessive and it's yellow. Each plant donates one version when they pollinate. Homozygous dominant.
That is the third verse.